What's up, guys? Thanks so much for clicking on the video. My name is Leah, and baby, let's get into the drama of it all. So in this video, we're going to be discussing Real Housewives of Potomac and Real Housewives of Atlanta. So let's get into it. All right, y'all. So there's a lot to cover. So let's start off with Real Housewives of Potomac. So on Monday, which would be May the 13th, it was announced by NECA by way of People that she got fired or she will not be continuing. So this is coming from Jay's reality blog. I'm not going to read the article, but I'll definitely place it in the description box below if you would like to read it for yourself. But this is what they posted. It says NECA confirms her departure from Real Housewives of Potomac after one season via People. And she says this: I will not be returning for season 9 of RHOP. At this point, after multiple failed fertility procedures, I have decided to make expanding my family my ultimate priority. Thank you to the fans that have supported me along the way this season as a true resident of Potomac proper. And then she put the zip code, which is 20854. Just know that I'll be seeing you all soon, again soon. So a lot of us kind of knew she wasn't coming back. I was pretty much somewhat hopeful, because the thing about it for me, I was indifferent towards NECA. Like I've told y'all before, I could take or leave her. If she were to come back, I'd have been cool with it. If she wasn't coming back, I was like, I'm not broken up about it. But again, I will say that she did a disservice to herself as well as production. I say it's more so 50-50. Again, I feel as though production didn't flesh out her storyline. A lot of people, I even had a back and forth with someone online where they were expressing how they wanted to see NECA's fertility journey. And I think a lot of people want to see that journey because it's important to them and it's an aspect of maybe their life that they're dealing with. But I think production dropped the ball by only focusing on the whole shrine and Osu and witch situation. But that's where I say it's 50-50, because I believe NECA shouldn't have led out the gate with that. Like, even if you thought Wendy wanted to be the only Nigerian on the show and she wasn't, like, she was trying to oust you, you should have came in being neutral, and then when you and Wendy had discourse, then bring it up. But you came in guns a-blazing based off of information you got from Lebe, and you pretty much, stabbed yourself in the foot, and now you're out of a job if this is something that you wanted to do. I honestly think if they have a Married to Medicine DC, NECA would probably be way better on that than Real Housewives of Potomac, because I just feel like she didn't really mesh with the ladies. But I could see her. I actually could have saw NECA on Married to Medicine LA, which I don't understand why they canceled. But she fits more of that vibe and maybe a DC vibe other than Potomac. But we wish NECA well, and hopefully her fertility journey ends in success with her actually getting pregnant and having a healthy baby. So let's talk about the people we know are on the show now. So it looks like Gizelle is probably public enemy number 1 this season, but this is coming from TV Deets. They posted this on Monday, and it says things are popping off in Potomac. Gizelle threw the women out of her event on Friday night, #RHOP, and it's the 2 new girls, which is Jazzy, Stacy, and Mia. And y'all know Wendy and Gizelle don't see it for each other, so I don't even think Wendy was going to the event, and I didn't see Kiarna either. But what I did see was a clip of the ladies at Karen's event, and Kiarna was in there, Wendy was in that event, so was Stacy, so was Mia, so was the new girl Jazzy. And what it seems like is that 2 events were happening on the same day. They were going to Karen's event first, and then they were going to Gizelle's event second. I don't know what Karen's event was for, but it seemed to be like she might have been receiving an award or throwing on like a charity event. But let's go over to TV Deets and read the article that they posted. So it says RHOP season 9 filming tea, everyone versus Gizelle Bryant exclusive. It says things officially kicked off during RHOP season 9 filming, with Gizelle Bryant taking on the rest of the Housewives after kicking them out of her event, sources tell TV Deets exclusively. On Friday night, May the 10th, Gizelle Bryant and Ashley Darby held a G&A event in honor of Gizelle's father, with the money raised going to the National Brain Tumor Society. The same night, Karen Huger was being recognized with an award at a separate event, leaving the rest of the Housewives to balance two filmed events on the same night. Depending on how you look at it, things didn't go well for Gizelle, as she allegedly became upset with the group at large for choosing to attend Karen's award ceremony first. According to my rock solid boots on the ground sources, the OG housewife kicked out her co-stars just minutes after they arrived at her event, sending Mia Thornton, Stacey Rush, and Jazzy Redo back outside into their waiting Sprinter van. While there have been multiple other conflicts captured by Bravo cameras in the first few weeks of filming, I'm hearing that Gizelle Bryant is a big part of the ongoing conversation amongst the women, that she hasn't exactly made the best impression with the new cast members. With Robin Dixon out of the mix this season, it's possible Gizelle is having a tough time adjusting, but now that she is feuding with most of her co-stars, some insiders are worried about how she is navigating this new and improved group. She has had the second chair last year, and it might be the third chair this year, one source close to the show shares. All right, y'all, so here's my thoughts. I feel like they're pandering. And the reason why I say that is they know a vast majority of the Potomac fandom want to see a Gizelle takedown season, or Gizelle not being part of Real Housewives of Potomac. So I feel like releasing this information about Gizelle having a rough time connecting with the ladies, kicking them out, and like speculating that this season might be a Gizelle takedown season and she might get booted from second chair to third chair if she doesn't figure out how to maneuver this season, is their way of trying to drum up good press for this show that encourages people to tune in for season 9. And I think they had to start taking people's like gripes with the show seriously when people were legit being like, I'm gonna boycott this show. And I think at first they didn't take it seriously until I think when they started seeing people be like giving them strategies on how to watch the show where it would actually affect their ratings, where some people were like, hey, don't watch the show till 48 hours later. Hey, here's a website where you can watch the show on bootleg. Like, I think when they saw people implement those strategies, on top of that, it wasn't just black Real Housewives of Potomac fans saying that, like, I'm not watching this show no more. It was non-black Real Housewives of Potomac fans as well as white fans that was like, yeah, I'm tired of this show. And honestly, there's a large white demographic that like to watch Real Housewives of Potomac. Like, I've heard about it all the time when at BravoCon, Gizelle and Robin's line is full of white fans who are clamoring to take pictures with them. So when they started being like, yeah, I'm about to tap out, I think the production is now like, okay, well, we have to do something. So when season 9 comes, people are actually invested and interested in it. Because even other YouTubers, like YouTubers that have way bigger platforms than me, that do reviews, were like, yeah, girl, I'm out. After this, I'm done. I'm prioritizing my mental health. Like, a lot of people were like, they're done. Now, for me, I want to see the dumpster fire burn down. So I'm going to watch. But that's why I say I feel like they're pandering. But I don't negate that Gizelle is probably having a hard time with this show, especially now that her bestie is not there anymore. And I feel like Robin and Gizelle stabbed themselves in the foot by being so fiercely loyal to each other without trying to branch out to other people or really take like critiques from people seriously. And the reason why I say that is because we know Gizelle has some type of pull down with production, down with the network, that I think Gizelle never thought that they would get rid of her bestie. Like, I really think she never thought that they would get rid of Robin, that Robin was going to always be here, that Gizelle was going to always be the HBIC of Potomac, and she was going to always have girls on the show that want to be her friend, that want to, like, do whatever she says. Because I'm going to be honest, I like Candace, but it was clear in the beginning seasons that Candace wanted to be friends with Gizelle, and it didn't change until Gizelle crossed the line with Candace during season 7, where Candace was like, we can't come back from that. Same with Wendy, and Wendy had more of a reason to be friends with Gizelle because they both are in the same sorority. But until Gizelle did something to Wendy where she felt like, yo, we can't come back from, well, really, Wendy was willing to move on with Gizelle. It was Gizelle that dug her feet in and was like, no, I'm good on you, girl. And production allowed it. And then you even have Monique. Monique can say as much as she wants. She wasn't trying to be clicked up with them girls, but she was. So it seems like they have a new group of girls who don't feel the need to kiss up to Gizelle, which is a good thing in my opinion, because I want to see Gizelle squirm. I want to see Gizelle actually be activated and have to like earn her check, because I told y'all, I think Gizelle is mediocre. Like, I was a huge Gizelle fan seasons 1 through 3. I thought she was funny. I thought she was pretty. I thought she was delusional, and I enjoyed her. But like after those seasons, it just feels like she's been coasting since season 4, not putting in season 5, but 4 and 6 on till now. It just feels like Gizelle is coasting, and I'm like, for her to be the face of this show, her and Karen, I need you to give me something. I need you to give me more, and Gizelle doesn't do that. So I'm interested in seeing her like squirm and try to actually build friendships with these new people. And I think for Robin, I think also was relying on the fact that Gizelle had that pool. And I think she thought that they would never get rid of her. But I don't think Robin understood that, girl, you were already on the chopping block with this whole thing about Juan. And if you wanted your job, you should have like came back to the show season 8 and been honest and transparent. That's not me saying that the whole season had to be you and Juan going through your issues, but the first like 4 or 5 episodes should have been you really giving us the tea about what happened between you and Juan, and you didn't give us that. You did not give us that, and you ended up losing your job because of it, and it is what it is. Now, this whole thing about Gizelle kicking the ladies out, honestly, I think it's stupid. Like, don't get me wrong, Gizelle more than likely is still grieving, because I don't even think it's been like maybe 2 or 3 years since her father passed away from the brain cancer or the tumor on his brain. But it's like, there's 2 events. Karen was getting honored. They are friends with Karen. They're like, they want to support Karen. And then the rest of them were coming to your event. To me, I would have been okay with people coming to my event last, because that means you're not rushing to get home. And if it's supposed to be something serious and beautiful, then I want you to take in the full amount of what's happening. So I also feel like Gizelle was doing the most, but I would have to see the way that the ladies came in, because if they did come in respectful and kind and greeted you and you was like, girl, get back in the car, then you're stupid to me. That was a stupid move, because at the end of the day, like, they don't have to go to your event. If they want to be, on camera, they do. But if we're talking about this in the context of real life, if they chose to go to Karen's event and decided like, I don't want to go to yours, it is what it is. Like, I don't get why them going to Karen's event first was so insulting for them to come to your event last. Like, that doesn't make sense to me. But we'll see. We'll see what season 9 is bringing. So before we get into Real Housewives of Atlanta, this might be a trigger warning, but if you believe in the Lord, or you believe in another higher power, or you a type of crystals and juices and berries types of girl or guy or a non-binary or whatever, do something. Prayers up to Katie Rost. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because it's been a little disturbing things online about Katie. So On Tuesday, Katie posted this picture, and I'm not going to post it in the video because I think it was a post and delete. But basically, it was a picture of her legs bruised up. They actually look very skinny, like she hasn't been eating. But the caption was, "We fall down." She said, "We fall down, but we get the F up. It's tough seeing my body like this, but I certainly get up. Hashtag Katie vibes." And I was like, okay, this is concerning, because I'm like, did you give them those bruises to yourself, or did somebody give you these bruises? Then there was a post and delete. It was a video of where either Katie was intoxicated or she was high as hell and engaging in some explicit acts. And she ended up deleting the video because I think a lot of people underneath the video were like, "Girl, are you okay? You need to take this down." And I saw a screenshot of the post and delete, but I did not physically see the video. But I had one of my mutuals explain to me what it was, and she's pretty credible. And then I also saw other people say the same thing, and I was just like, my God, today. You know, I really hope Katie get clean. Am I a big fan of Katie? No, but like, I never want to see somebody strung out like that. Really don't. And I think oftentimes when we watch reality TV, we forget that these are like actual people going through and experiencing hardships and like life like the rest of us. Like, I'll never forget when Big Ange died. I cried. Like, I was hurt that Big Ange died from Mob Wives. So I really, 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 really do hope that, like, I don't know, her posting that video or somebody in her family or a close friend sees it and they go and check up on her, because it's a lot going on in this world. It is. A lot of people have a lot of things that they're struggling with, and I would hate to get online and then they say that she passed away. But again, you know, send out good energy, prayers up for Miss Katie Rost. All right, y'all. So Real Housewives of Atlanta. So it was confirmed on Tuesday. We got the official cast from Bravo. It says this: introducing our sweet hashtag RHOA peaches for season 16. Portia Williams, Kenya Moore, Drew Sidora, Shamia Morton, Cynthia Bailey is returning as a friend. Shouts out to Cheekbones, Cynthia. And then the three new ladies that I'm guessing are going to be full-time housewives is Angela Oakley, Brittany Edie, and Kelly Farrell. So I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm not really excited about this cast. And the reason why I say that is I feel like I don't think these people are going to hold Portia accountable, in the sense of like, I don't think they're going to be asking her about her actions of how she got with Simon, on top of really asking her about this divorce. And that's what we all want to see. That's what we all want to get the tea about. But I'm going to give them a chance the same way I gave the New York reboot a chance. I would be in the I would totally be in the wrong if I didn't give Atlanta the same chance I gave New York, when Atlanta is the reason why I got into Real Housewives of Atlanta, to be honest. It was Atlanta and OC is what really drew me in. And that was later in the game of when these shows, like, because it was funny because my sister was really into reality TV growing up and I really wasn't, and now it's like the reverse. She loves scripted shows. I enjoy watching reality TV. But first up, Sheree. Girl, I know Sheree has got to be sick, because I would have been sick. Like, I really thought she was coming back. Like, she did really well on Traders, and it seemed like they were like, you know, casting her to come back. But the fact that she isn't coming back, like, girl, you got fired a third time. Dang. On top of that, like, it seemed online that she was kind of hinting that she was coming back, and now they're letting it be known she's not coming back. I was like, girl, y'all couldn't even give her a friend of, like y'all did Cynthia. Like, y'all said, no, we thank you for your services. Good day, ma'am. Good day. So Drew, y'all know I don't see it for Drew. I really don't. And the thing about Drew is, like, I feel like she's a hypocrite, and I also feel like she gives us what she thinks the people want. Just she's not honest about what she really has going on in her life, in my opinion. I feel like her and Ralph were reading off of a script the past 2 seasons, and it just felt very Tyler Perry-ish. When she was singing at him at the reunion, the secondhand embarrassment made me so uncomfortable, and it hurt. But she posted on Twitter, a smiley face emoji, a peach, and a kiss, and a lot of people liked it. It got over 1,000 likes, so some people are really excited for her to be back. Next is Miss Shamia. So it was mixed reviews when they said Shamia was going to be back. I saw some people being excited for her, and I saw some people being like, y'all pick Shamia over Sheree. But this is coming from Jay's reality blog. They said Shamia with a message after it's been announced she will be holding a peach for hashtag RHOA season 16. So she has on this really cute swimsuit, a peach swimsuit, and she's holding a peach. And the caption is, "It's my mother loving birthday. Instead of getting a cake, I got a peach. Hashtag sweet 16, hashtag RHOA. So, I'm slightly indifferent to Shamia. Like, I could take her or leave her. I mean, congratulations to her, because it seems like this is something she really wanted. I always heard that she was supposed to be a full-time housewife. Like, this was like a rumor I heard that I've heard a lot of people mention, but her husband didn't want to be a part of the show, so like they bumped her down to a friend of. I don't know how true that is, but she's now officially a friend, now officially a full-time cast member. But like I said, I'm slightly indifferent towards her. I do find Shamia to be a little lame, the same way I find Wendy Osefo to be a little lame. When it comes to Shamia is lame to me because she allows Portia to play in her face. Like, there's been too many times that I feel like Portia has truly shown Shamia how she feels about her, and it's not in a very positive way. Like, I feel like Portia feels like she can put Shamia down and pick her up anytime. And when Portia didn't go to Shamia's wedding, and her reasoning was like she didn't have she didn't have the money to go buy a plane ticket, or she didn't feel the need to, something about like she didn't have money to get on the plane to go to Africa, but yet you was gallivanting all around town around that time. It felt like you didn't want to go and support your friend. And then when she was doing the whole freaking frat thing during season 9, she really didn't have Shamia's back when Shamia was beefing with Phaedra. On top of that, again, it just feels like Portia put Shamia down, and Shamia is like always standing there to be picked up. So I'm wondering how their friendship is going to survive now that Shamia is a full-time housewife. Like someone mentioned, like Shamia could be a fan favorite, or their relationship could change if Shamia, like now that she has the full-time housewife, role, she might not feel the need to always be around Portia. She might feel the need to develop her own friendships. Portia might feel some type of way if she's beefing with one of the ladies and Shamia is like, girl, I like you, I like her, y'all fix it, I'm not getting in the middle. But I can see their relationship falling apart. So before we talk about the 3 new girls, I wanted to talk to y'all about this alleged tea, because I don't know how factual it is, but it's coming from a page called Mad Beefs, and sometimes they have tea on things, but they said this. I think her name is Akala, Kenya's friend we saw last season. Ming Lee and Tiffany Rose did test scenes and they didn't make the cut. Production took Kenya's advice in casting, and they did not bring what needed to be brought. I heard Kenya read Tiffany down, and she said, forgot this. She said, forgot this. That's kind of weird to end the sentence like that. But I kind of believe this, and the reason why is we saw a lot of events with Kenya's friend Akala, and we saw Ming Ling with Portia, and Portia was in like her Amazon live chat when people were asking about Ming Lee, and Portia was like, I don't know who's going to be a part of the cast. She was like, she said the only person she knew that was going to be a part of the cast was Kenya. She didn't know anybody else, but she said she was hoping that Ming Lee was going to be on the show, but I guess that didn't happen. I didn't see anything about Tiffany Rose, but that's interesting. And My thing is like, I remember when Kenya was on Carlos King, and when she did her interview with him, I did a chitty chat about it. But Kenya said back in the day, they had the girls audition for their spots. She said a lot of women would show up and didn't even know if they were going to get casted. So they put in the work and they made sure that the girls meshed. And I feel like I'm glad that it seems like they're going back to that. It seems like they're trying to find people that they can be in it with the long haul with the show. You know what I mean? But it is interesting that Kenya, if it is true that she said, y'all might need to go a different way, especially with her friend that we saw last season, Akala. But I guess at the end of the day, Kenya's like, I got to do what's good for the show. All right, so let's talk about the new girl. So first up is Angela Oakley. So she is married to the retired basketball player named Charles Oakley. Out of all the girls, out of all three of the new girls, she has the least amount of followers. She only has 4,000. And I think that's a good thing, because I feel like that's what's missing from Housewives, in the sense of like not knowing people. Like, I feel like a lot of the times they're starting to employ people that a lot of people already know to use their name to get people to watch the show. But I feel like Housewives was good when we didn't know these people, or if we did know them, we knew a little bit about them, and then we were able to watch them grow on the show and amass this amount of wealth. And I think that's the good part about that, like her not having that many followers. Now, I do wonder what kind of role she's going to play on the show. Like, I was like, oh, she might be the Cynthia, but she can't be the Cynthia when we got Cynthia. Shout out to the cheekbones. So I'm like, but we do need someone who's going to be like neutral, or try to be Switzerland when the ladies get into beefs back and forth. So I wonder if that's going to be her, or is she going to be the type that's like, I'm tired of being in my husband's shadow, let me step out. And she really steps out and shows a different side of herself. But I am interested to see what she's gonna bring, because one, she's actually married and she actually has kids, so like she's bringing the Real Housewife. So next is Kelly. I think it's Kelly Farrell. Now, Kelly has 91.6K followers on Instagram, and her Insta bio is restaurant owner. She owns a restaurant called Nana's Chicken and Waffles. She's an author. Her book is called A Cooking with Kelly, and she's been on the Food Network, OWN, GMA, and Access Eats. So she's new. She's not new to this. She's true to this, because I saw one of her pictures that's actually like really cute, where it looked like she was on the morning news and promoting her business with her Nana's waffle cake mix, margin, and it looks like she also has like, that looks like grits powder, but I don't know. And then she also has her book. But I think Kelly might be a fun time. Now, what I will say is I need Kelly to ease up on editing her pictures, because the video that I saw of Brittany and Kelly together, she looked totally different. Like totally different from what I see on Instagram. And I'm like, girl, like you can edit them pictures on Instagram, but once you get in front of them TV cameras and they showing you in 4K to us, like ease up on it, girl. Ease up on smoothing out your face. A few people feel like she looks like Erica Mena. Kind of. I could see she could be like a cousin, but I think she might also be Afro-Latina, but I don't know. She is a mother, I think, of either 2 or 3 kids. I went through her page. I didn't see that she has a husband, but Portia getting divorced, Kenya divorced, it don't really matter anymore. But she seems like she's going to be fun. I wonder if she's going to be like funny or like the fun girl. But I also wonder if she's not going to push it too far, because she has a name, because she has a restaurant, and she's been able to be showcased on all these different platforms, if she's really going to want to play in the mud and like mess up what she has. But we'll see. So the last lady is Miss Brittany Edie. So Brittany, I think, has the most followers out of all the ladies, the new ladies. She has 162K followers. It says she is a digital content creator. She's an insurance expert, an insurance master's class now available. I guess she teaches insurance, and she said, I teach how to scale to 6 to 7 figures. It also seems like she's been on a few podcasts, or she has her own podcast. Now, Miss Brittany, I feel like is going to bring the heat. She is married. She has a husband. But yeah, I feel like Brittany gonna bring the mess. Brittany, she already got people riled up with this video. Let me play it for y'all.
We want to see them scalps this season, okay? Let us know you got edges. We want to see them edges. Okay. We want to see them motherfucking edges. Keep them hoes guessing.
That face is mad.
Flawless, right?
Flawless, baby.
Okay, Britt, I see what the fuck's going on. Anjali on that flawless face.
Period.
So that video had a few people not too happy. Now, y'all know on Bravo, you know, there's a certain aesthetic that the people is trying to bring, and some people feel like Brittany might be more suited for VH1, and I can see that. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna sit there and be like, well, no, because when I first saw the video, I judged. I said, she giving ghetto. She giving real Love and Hip Hop Atlanta vibes, which she might be fun over there, but that's not what we have over here in this gated community as Real Housewives of Atlanta. But I had to take a step back and be like, I don't know, her personality might be fun. Her personality might be fun and a good time. She might really bring it. So like the reactions online were mixed. Like some people were like, yeah, no. Other people were like, ooh, like she seemed like she gonna be a wild card. Like she's gonna be down to like really get in the mix. Like she's not gonna be afraid of anybody on there, not Kenya, not Portia. And in that regard, that's a good thing, because I don't want anybody on this show that feels the need to like suck up to Kenya or Portia. I want somebody that can stand on their own and be an adult and like develop friendships. So in that point, I'm like, okay, cool. But also I got to give the lady a chance. I don't know her. I don't know what she about to bring. But here's some tea. So word on the curve is that Fallon Penna and Brittany might be cousins. And that's a huge might, because it's all over Instagram right now that they might be cousins, because I think the YouTuber by the name of AT Alien said that they might be cousins, or they are cousins. I don't know, nor do I really care. I mean, and the reason why they're saying that they might be cousins is I guess Fallon used to go by the name of Fallon Edie, and some people are saying that might be her like maiden name, but I always thought Penna was her maiden name. So who truly knows? But I just thought I'd tell y'all that, because you know the people is wondering. And some people are speculating that might cause a fight between her and Portia. I don't know. I really don't know. But it seems like Brittany's having a good time. Her, and like I said when I was talking about, I don't know if I said this when I was talking about Kelly, but it looks like Kelly and Brittany have like linked up. But we are still early on in filming. It seems like they just started filming as a group as of yesterday because of Portia. Portia let us know they started filming. So let me play that video for y'all.
They are. Us, we back, baby. We doing the damn thing. This season is about to be crazy. Now, I know y'all are not that familiar with the new girls on the show. Honestly, neither am I. But I will say this. They some bad bitches. They are established. They are gorgeous. They are business women. They are mothers. And I feel like they're going to bring that fresh energy that we've been looking for. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like y'all. I'm serious. I'm like y'all. I have actually been watching the show, not continuously, but time to time, I'll catch like clips online and stuff like that. And you know, you can see what it needs. Don't get me wrong, the girls held it down. Candy did her damn thing. Everybody else, they did their thing. Kenya did their damn thing, you know. Sheree, they all did their thing. But I will say that it's always like, we just need that. You know, after a while, you know, like in a marriage, you need to kind of, let me not use marriage as an example, but let me not use a marriage as an example. But, you know, basically, if you're in a relationship, you need to, like, bring back the oomph. I feel like these new girls are going to bring that, I want to get to know her. I want to hear what she got to say. That. Because when you have them people on the show, and you just be like, bitch, I don't really care what you have to say. You know, I don't care about your perspective. I don't care whether you lying or telling the truth. You're boring. I don't know if these girls, I can't say them well enough to say I won't call one of them boring, but I will say that they have a lot going on in their life. I'm interested in them. I want to get to know them. I feel like, you know, when you have women who come on the show, what the hell? This earring just too big. Oh.
So here's my thing. I want Portia to be quiet, because I don't need you setting my expectations, because here lately, Atlanta hasn't met any of my expectations. So I want her to be quiet. Y'all just started filming like on the 15th. So how do you know they gonna really bring it and we gonna be invested in them? Okay. Like, you know, I would be okay with this video coming out if this was like a month or 2 months into filming. But girl, you don't know them ladies yet, and you don't really know if they really gonna bring what they say they gonna bring. You know what I'm saying? So I need her to hush. Now, I want to talk about this interview she did with Yandy and I think it was like Fox 5. Now, I'm not going to play the interview because to me, it was a bunch of nothing. Like, she talked about how she's like, you know, I've always been transparent and I'm so relatable. And I said, first of all, ma'am, you have not been very transparent. No, Portia lies. I said, that's all cap, Portia. All cap. But honestly, I wanted to talk about what the hell does Yandy have on? She got on this ruffled outfit, like it's like doily patterns. And then she has on a polka dotted skirt. She got a bare face of makeup, so it kind of makes her face look ashy. Her wig is wet, like she was trying to go for like the sleek look, but she ran out of time. Whereas you got Portia looking nice, like looking good the way she always does. The weave is weaving because her hair always gonna be done right. You know, she got on a cute little tank top and these nice little pants. And I'm like, Yandy, I think you missed the memo, sis. I think you missed the memo. Now, the reason why I'm really bringing this up is I think Yandy might be on season 18, or we might actually see, not 18, 17, as a friend of Real Housewives of Atlanta, or we might actually see her on the show as a friend of. And the reason why I say that is like here lately, I've been seeing a lot of videos of Yandy and Portia hanging out, and I could see Yandy trying to like find her way onto Bravo some way, somehow. But I don't know if they would take Yandy with Mendeecees and the whole issues they got going on right now. But it is kind of given that like now that Shamia is full time, Portia needs a friend or a sidekick, and I think Yandy is auditioning for that. So that is all I got for you guys today. So as always, remember to be bravely authentic, and definitely hop down in them comments below and give me your thoughts. And I'm out, y'all. Deuces.